welcome to another lawnfawn video. Today I am so excited because we are introducing our brand new set, Let's Toast, and its coordinating dies. Now Let's Toast also has an add-on die that makes it into an interactive pull tab, which is so cool, and we're going to be showing that in a separate video that I'm going to link in the description down below, so make sure to check that out too. So now let's go ahead and check out this stamp set, and you'll see that it has this super cute toaster and then all these things that kind of go with the toaster. So we have a toast, and we have a little toaster pastry, we have an avocado, some butter and a little pat of butter as well. We have a knife, and we also have this cool little shine mark that you can add to your toaster, and some sprinkles that you can add to that little toaster pastry Pop-Tart there. And so you can see how you can stamp them over and over again to create a bunch of different sprinkles. We have a ton of different sizes of smiley faces in this set to go along with all the different things, from the tiny little pat of butter to the big toaster. And then here you'll see that we have the blush for the cheeks, which lines up right under the little eyes, which is so super cute. And we have those in a bunch of sizes as well. So you can see that you can put them with the large smiley faces, the medium, and then the smaller size smiley face. Here you can see that you can add a little peanut butter or jelly to your toast with that stamp, and you can also do it in a heart shape as well, which is so super cute. This set has some super fun and super punny sentiments. So we have a toast to us, and then we have you're my butter half, or you're the avocado to my toast, or you're the peanut butter to my jelly. Then we have popping up to say, happy heart day, which is perfect for Valentine's, popping up to say I love you, or you can also say I love you with all my tart, which is my favorite one, and we have a tiny little heart to go with that as well. I just love this set so much because I love that it's cute for Valentine's Day, but it totally works for general cards too. Either I love you cards or also just thinking of you or thank you type cards, I think would be really, really cute with this set as well. Like a toast to us could be really cute for a friendship, or you could also do the popping up to say, and you could put a different sentiment like happy birthday with there, which would totally go really well with the toast. Here I'm using my Copic markers to add some color to these fun images, and I love the toaster because you can get really creative with your colors with it and have it kind of coordinate with your whole card, like a little turquoise toaster, a pink toaster. In this case, I went with that kind of traditional steel gray. And then here I'm coloring in my toast, and you can decide how toasty your toast is going to be or not by kind of making your markers either darker or lighter. And then here I'm going to use similar markers for the outside edge of my Pop-Tart, and then I love the icing part of the Pop-Tart or toaster pastry because you can do that in any color as well. So you can really mix and match and have fun to kind of coordinate with your pattern paper, which is super cool. And so here we have the avocado, and I don't know about you guys, but I have become obsessed with avocado toast. I have it for lunch or for dinner. I love it so much. And so I love that this is one of the sentiments in this set. It's super trendy and super fun. And I love combining the bright greens with the olive greens for that avocado. Now, when I color my butter here, you'll see that I've got my two lighter colors. I'm going to bring in one darker one and do the outside edges and not blend it out. And I feel like that really helps it look like butter. Now, one of my other favorite ways to color in the toaster is to do some paper piecing. So in this case, I'm going to take out my Gotta Have Gingham paper, and you'll see there's a bunch of fun colors, and I'm going to kind of go through and decide what I'm going to pick. There's a gray and a purple, but I'm going to go with that really nice light purple. And so I'm going to stamp my toaster right onto that pattern paper. Then I'll go ahead and add a little smiley face to my toaster because it's just super cute. And then I'm going to take a marker in a similar shade and just color in the bottom and then also the knobs. So it's really simple, really quick, and easy to do. I think the pattern on the toaster just adds so much fun and cuteness to it. And then all you have to do is die cut it, and you've got this awesome, really easily colored in toaster. And I'll compare that to the Copic marker ones in just a little bit. So these are the coordinating dies for the set, which you can bend apart at the tabs or use your wire snips to separate them. I'm going to take that die, line it up with my stamped image. I'm going to hold them in place with some low tack tape and then run them through my die cut machine. And then I'll have perfectly cut out images every time. And I just love how cute they look when they're all cut out. And then here you can see all of the fun images from this set. Now this die set has two other special dies, and this helps you cut the slot in the toaster. So we have a single slot and we have a double slot die. So all you have to do is take this die and line it up with the little slot on your stamp toaster. So you'll see I'm just going to line that single slot up there, and then I'm going to take the double slot and line that one up. And it just lines up right to that kind of outer dark edge of the toaster. They're super easy to line up. Run them through your die cut machine, and it's going to cut a slot right along that stamped line. So you can see now you can pop that toast in, and how adorable is that? So here you'll see I've got the toast in the gray toaster, and then in the turquoise toaster, we did the double slot. So you'll see you can layer. So we're going to take one toast there and put it in the background, and then we can take another toast and add it to the front. So I love that you can decide how you want it to look, if you want one slot or two, and you'll see how cute it is when the toast is kind of popping up at an angle. The Pop-Tart is also a perfect match for this toaster, and I love seeing that colorful Pop-Tart popping out. And then here you can see that comparison of the different colors of toaster, one with the shine mark, one with a smiley face, one without, two that are Copic colored, and one that's been colored in with pattern paper. So I love that you can get so many different looks out of it. So next up, I wanted to show you the perfect inks for adding your peanut butter and jelly to your pieces of bread. So the pizza crust color is a perfect peanut butter color, and then we have our brand new grape jelly ink that's the perfect kind of like Welch's grape jelly color. So there you can see the peanut butter, and now we're going to add the jelly on there, and I think it's absolutely adorable. You can then also layer a smiley face on top of that if you would like to. So there you can see a plain toast, and then one with the jelly and one with the peanut butter. So next up, we're going to be creating some quick and easy little mini cards that are perfect for Valentine's or little lunchbox notes or just little love notes to leave around for someone. We've got some kraft cardstock there cut to a 4-bar card size. And then we also have some Gotta Have gingham paper that we've die cut with a 4-bar rectangle in a bunch of different colors. We're going to take that pattern paper and we're going to layer that on top of all of these notes. And a 4-bar card is 3.5 by 4 7/8, and they mail with standard postage in the mail, but they're a cute, tiny little size, which I just love. Once we get all of that pattern paper attached to the card bases, we can start to work on stamping. So in this case, it's going to be an avocado to my toast one. So we're going to stamp out in some cilantro ink with that thing that's meant to be the peanut butter or jelly, which is actually perfect for the avocado toast as well. So we're going to stamp that ink right over a Copic colored little toast there. And we're also going to add some smiley faces because it's absolutely adorable. So we'll add the kind of medium-sized face for the toast and then a smaller face for the avocado. Now we wanted to have a stacked sentiment here. So we're going to take our scissors, we're going to cut apart that sentiment so that you can stack those. And you can do that with your clear stamps. If you want it to be long again, you can just line them up almost like a little puzzle piece, or you can have them stacked. So it's really cool that you can kind of customize it and make the stamps work perfectly for your card. So now we're going to stamp out the avocado to my toast in some black licorice ink, and then add some foam squares to the back of the toast and the avocado as well. The finishing touch is to stamp the tiny heart from the stamp set in some of that cilantro ink as well. And you can see how quick and easy and adorable this card is. It's perfect for mass producing for sure. So next up, we're going to work on the next card, which is peanut butter and jelly themed. And you can see the mixing and matching of the two different styles of smiley faces there. We're going to trim that sentiment again so that we can stack it once more. And this time it's going to say, "You're the peanut butter to my jelly." And we're going to be stamping it out in some black licorice ink, which is some nice bold ink. You can see just how sweet that is. And then we're going to go ahead and add some hearts on there as well after we add some foam squares to the peanut butter and jelly toast. So we're going to add those hearts on with some guava ink, and you can see just how cute that is, and those little tiny hearts are really just what makes the card. So next up, we're going to stamp the "You're My Butter" half, which is so cute. And then we're going to add the little pats of butter onto the toast with a little liquid glue from the glue tube. So just a little drop of glue, and then we can add that butter right onto the toast. And then we can layer all of the butter-themed things with the knife and the whole thing of butter on there. And you can see how cute these look all layered together, and adding a little foam squares there to just kind of help pop it up, and then a little glue to add that knife kind of to the butter and then overlapping with the toast. And by overlapping all of the images, it really creates a cool look on the card. Here we're going to stamp my favorite sentiment, which is "I love you with all my tart." And then we're going to take those cute little Pop-Tarts and layer them on there as well. And I just love the look of these images with the gingham. I feel like it goes so well with kind of the food kind of kitchen-y theme of the whole thing. Then now we're going to work with the toaster, and it has one of the slots cut out of it, and we've layered in our little Pop-Tart in there. And once you have the Pop-Tart in the perfect place, you can hold it in place with some washi tape. So we're just going to take some washi tape and attach that on the back. No one will ever know that that washi tape is there, and it's going to hold it in perfect placement. Then we can go ahead and stamp our "Poppin' Up to Say I Love You," and then add foam squares all along the back of that toaster and Pop-Tart and layer that right onto the card. And now you can see how cute these quick and easy cards are. Super super fast, super easy for mass production, or if you just need to make a cute card, and you can see just how fun these are. And I think these would be perfect for your kids' classroom or just as a lunchbox note or as a little card to leave for someone that you love. I think it would just make their day. So now we're going to be working on a butter themed card. And also, is anybody else as hungry as I am? These food themed stamp sets always make me want to go grab a snack. So here we see we're going to be stamping the butter with some lemonade ink, and we're going to be using the heart shaped stamp this time. And I think it looks so sweet on the toast. We're also going to be using that gotta have gingham paper again because I think it goes so well with this stamp set. And we'll be using some paper bag cardstock as well. And I love the look of the paper bag cardstock with this kind of bright coral paper. So we're going to trim down that pattern paper so that we layer it on the card. We're going to kind of have a little layer on the left and the right. And to make that butter stand out even more from that toast, we're going to take a Copic marker here and just add some shading around the stamped image. And you'll see that just by layering that one marker around the stamped image, it adds so much dimension and detail and really makes that butter pop. So here we have some lacy heart stackables and an outside-in stitched heart, and we're going to die cut that from some sticky note cardstock and some mermaid cardstock. And then we're going to layer these two together, and I love the look of that yellow with that turquoise color. It's so pretty. Now, once we have these layered, we're kind of looking at the card and going, you know what, it needs to have that turquoise mermaid color somewhere else. So we're going to trim down a piece of cardstock to layer behind that gingham paper, and that's going to give it a nice little border onto our card base. And then we can start to work on the sentiment. So we're going to be stamping out the "You're my better half," and we're going to stamp that out in some clear embossing ink, and we're going to white heat emboss on that same mermaid cardstock. So we're going to stamp out in that ink, sprinkle on our white heat embossing powder, and heat that up so that we have a nice bright white shiny sentiment. Then we can take our paper trimmer and trim all the way around that sentiment, leaving kind of a small, kind of eighth of an inch border all the way around. Now we're going to create a really cool, unique banner look. And we're going to do that by die cutting a sentiment banner from that same color of cardstock. And then we're going to trim off the edges of that banner. So just kind of like 1/3 on one side and 1/3 on the other. Once we have those pieces trimmed, we can then layer them behind that piece of cardstock that has the sentiment on it. It's going to create a really cool kind of blocky banner look. So we'll add a little liquid glue there and layer that cardstock rectangle right on top. And then we can do the same thing on the other side. And I think it's a really, really cool look. So now it's time to assemble everything. So we're going to add some foam tape to the back of our heart there, which is so cute. And we'll layer that right onto the card. Then we can layer that cool kind of custom banner that we made and then layer all of our stamped images. So we've got the toast with the butter and then the main thing of butter and the knife as well. Next up, we've die cut some hearts from the stitched journaling card, and we're going to take a Copic marker here and color them in. And they've been die cut from Pixie Dust Sparkle cardstock. So it's got this awesome sparkle glitter look, and then we can take the marker and layer over top of it and color that glitter in. So it gives you a custom color of glitter paper. So now that we have those beautiful little hearts, we can layer those right on top. You can see just how cute it looks with the hearts kind of coming out and around those little toasts there. And then this is the finished card, and I love what Shari did with this card so much. It's so sweet, so cute, and that color palette is amazing. So next up, we're going to be creating a shaker card. But first up, we're going to use that double slot die there to cut some slots into our toaster. So we're going to run that through the die cut machine, and now we're going to have that little slit there that you can tuck your Pop-Tart right in, which is so cute. So there you can see we're going to have the one Pop-Tart, and then in the front slot there, the other one, and I think it looks just adorable. So now that we've kind of started to place everything out, it's time to add some smiley faces. So we're going to add a smiley face to the toaster, and we're also going to add smiley faces to the Pop-Tarts, and we'll make sure to put them up towards the top of the Pop-Tart so that they're not covered up once we put them into the toaster. We'll also use some guava ink to stamp the little blush there onto the toaster, and I think that looks so cute. It's absolutely adorable. Now that the stamping's done, we can start to layer our Pop-Tarts in. So we're going to layer them in and kind of decide what the look we want is, with the front one a little bit lower than the second one. And once you have those in perfect placement, you want to make sure you secure them in place. So we're just going to take a little liquid glue and put it right behind that turquoise Pop-Tart and then right behind the pink Pop-Tart and just hold those in place. And now they're going to stay in that perfect placement while we work on the rest of the card. So here we're going to trim out a square of Ballet Slippers cardstock, and we're going to use an outside-in stitched heart, and we're going to die cut that heart to create a stitched heart window there for our shaker. Then we want to create kind of a custom pattern paper look with the Pop-Tart stamp. So we're going to take some bubblegum ink and layer it on top of the Ballet Slippers cardstock for kind of a tone-on-tone look. And we're going to stamp out all of those sprinkles in super fast motion, which looks super cool, and then just add some hearts to fill in any of the empty spaces. And I think that looks absolutely adorable. It's the cutest custom pattern paper. Next up, we're going to trim off some acetate to be the same size as our rectangle here, and then we're going to add some nice strong tape all around that heart-shaped opening. Then we can layer our acetate piece right on there, and that's going to create a really cool window for our shaker card. Once we have our plastic window on there, now it's time to take some foam tape and layer that all around the heart. We're going to add enough foam tape to create kind of like a well that's going to be right into that heart-shaped opening. And then to remove any excess stickiness, we're going to use a powder tool and run it along all of the inside of that tape there, and that's going to just de-stick anything so that our shaker pieces are going to move really well. So now we're going to peel up all of that liner paper. We're also going to use the powder tool for some anti-static there onto the card base so that our pieces move around really well. And we're going to use the Dress My Crafts little hearts, and these little hearts are so cute and they are perfect for Valentine's Day or any kind of love cards. And we're going to add a bunch of those hearts right into the center. Then we can take our heart-shaped window and layer that right on top. So we can press that down, and now you'll see what a cool shaker that is. And I love those cute little tiny hearts in there. So now you'll see how adorable that is. So next up, we're going to start layering all of our pieces. So we've die cut a sentiment banner out of some white cardstock, and we're going to attach our little toaster there onto that banner. And the reason we're going to do that is that's going to give us a guide for the stamping, because we want the stamping to be on either side of those Pop-Tarts. So now that that toaster is attached on there and exactly how we want it to look on the card, we can go ahead and stamp the sentiment, "I love you with all my tart." It's so cute. Oh my goodness. So we're going to pick up that one sentiment there and then pick up the other, making sure they're both in perfect placement onto that banner. Then we can ink them up with some black licorice ink and then stamp those right onto the banner. And I love how it's kind of flanking the Pop-Tart. I think it looks so cute. And then we can add a bunch of foam squares to the back of the sentiment and to the back of the toaster as well, and layer that right onto the card. And oh my goodness, how adorable is this card? I love it so much. And it's got that fun shaker element in the background, which is just adorable. Next up, we have some incredible cards by the design team. And first up, we have a card by Elena. And in this card, it's so cute, and she used the interactive pull tab die in this as well. So make sure to check the description below for a link to that video. Here, Audrey created an adorable peanut butter and jelly themed card, and I love that purple striped paper with her cute little toast. It's so sweet. And then here, Elise created an interactive pull tab card with a whole birthday theme with this set. I love that this set can work for all year round. This card by Lizzie is so cute. I love how she created a tablecloth with a little scalloped rectangle. This interactive card by Megan is so cute, and I love how she combined this with the Thanks a Latte set. They're a perfect combination together. And then this card by Letitia is so cute. I love how she cut up the avocado onto the toast. It's so original and cool. This card by Kay is so gorgeous. I love how she paper pieced onto the icing of the Pop-Tart. It looks incredible that way. And then this card by Melissa is so sweet. I love the sequins that she added and how she layered the little avocado with the toaster. And then this card by Yanea is so cute. Look at those colorful little sprinkles on that Pop-Tart. Oh my goodness, it's absolutely adorable. So I cannot wait to see what you guys create with Let's Toast, so make sure to share it with us. Thank you so much for watching today, and have an absolutely amazing day. Bye!